Hello again, ESL learners of the world. It's Fabi again, and today I want to talk to you about how to demonstrate or express possession. So, possession, whose is that, or who does that belong to? Yes, possession or belonging. So, we have several options. For example, the first one here is possessive form. So, the possessive form is created by using a noun plus apostrophe s to demonstrate possession. Yes, for example, whose house or whose studio is this? Oh, it is Fabi's studio. It is Fabi's house. Yes, and well, if you asked me whose car is that? And let's say it belongs to my friend Carlos, I would say, oh, it's Carlos's car. Carlos's. Yes, sometimes when when the noun ends in s, such as in Carlos, we don't have to add another s, just an apostrophe. All right, so it's Carlos's car. All right, and let me think. Whose video is this? Oh, it's YouTube's. Well, that's kind of odd, isn't it? Okay, so that's possessive form, you guys. We just simply add a noun. We use a noun plus apostrophe s. Yes, Fabi's car, Carlos's house, the children's books. Yes. So, whose books are those? Oh, they are the children's books. Children apostrophe s. All right, so we use a noun and then apostrophe s. That is the possessive form. All right, so now let's go to possessive adjectives. So when we use possessive adjectives, instead of using the possessive form, we would simply use my, your, his, her, its, our, and their. Yes, so I, you, we, they, he, she, it are subject pronouns. And for those pronouns, we would use my, your, his, her, their, our, and its. Yes, okay. So those are the possessive adjectives. And we use them instead of the possessive form. For example, if somebody asks me, oh, Fabi, whose studio is this? I would obviously not say it's Fabi's because I am Fabi. So in this case, we would not use possessive form. We would use a possessive adjective. I would say, oh, this is my studio. Yes, this is my studio. So my is a possessive adjective, and then we would use the noun, what it is possessing. My studio, my pen, my lights, my blouse, my headset. Yes. And if somebody asks me, oh, whose car is that? And it belongs to my friend Carlos. So I would say, oh, it's Carlos's car. Or I would just say, it's Carlos's. Or I would say, it's his car. It's his car, using a possessive adjective. His car, my house. All right. So now let's say that this deck of cards belongs to my sister. Yes, it's my sister's deck of cards. Yes, that is possessive form. Oh, whose cards are these? Oh, they are my sister's. Yeah, they are my sister's. Sister apostrophe s. My sister's or my sister's cards. You can say what or you can omit what. Yes, they are my sister's. They are my sister's cards. And if my sister is around here, I would say, oh, they are hers. Or they are her cards. Her cards. All right, so if we are using possessive adjectives, we will use a possessive adjective plus whatever this person possesses or whatever belongs to this person. All right, so and then let's jump into possessive pronouns. So possessive pronouns, when we use a possessive pronoun, we do not need to say what belongs to that person. But if you want to, you can go ahead and do it. For example, whose house is this? Again. So we have three options to answer that question. It's Fabi's house, but since I'm talking about myself, it would be a little bit odd. So I would say it's my house. Or I would simply say it's mine. It's mine. It, referring to the house, is mine. Yes, and we don't need to say what again. All right, so it's mine. Or whose deck of cards is this? Oh, it's hers. It's my sister's deck of cards. It's her deck of cards, possessive adjective. It's hers, possessive pronoun. All right, hers. Okay. And if they ask me about Carlos's car, like, whose car is that? Oh, it's his. Simple. We already know we're talking about a car, so I would simply say, it's his. All right? So if he's around, of course, it's his. Yeah. Let's say Carlos is over there, so I'm like, oh, it's his. Yeah. All right. It's his car. It's Carlos's car. It is his. All right. So, well, now let's practice a little bit. Let's say that this tape belongs to a school. Yeah, a school. Because some people don't think a place can actually possess something. But, well, let's say this is a school's property. So if somebody asks me, oh, whose tape is this? It's the school's tape, right? The school's tape. It belongs to the school. It's the school's tape. Possessive form. So if we want to use a possessive adjective, we would say, it's its tape. Yeah, it is its tape. Yes. But if we want to use a possessive pronoun, then we cannot do that because for it, we do not use a possessive pronoun. It would be kind of weird to say, oh, it's its. Right? But okay. Well, another example. So I have two pens right here. So let's say these pens belong to some children and they left them here on my desk. So if somebody comes in and says, oh, whose pens are those? Whose pens are those? I would say, oh, these? They are the children's pens. The children's pens. Children apostrophe S. Possessive form. Yes, and using a possessive adjective, I would say, oh, they are theirs. If they're around, of course, I would say, oh, these are theirs. Yeah. Oh, using a possessive pronoun, these are theirs. We don't mention what. But if we want to use a possessive adjective, we would say, these are their pens. Oh, do you want your pens back? Here they are. All right. So, again, whose pens are those? Oh, these pens? They're the children's pens if they're not around, right? And if we use a possessive adjective, they are their pens if they're around. If we use a possessive pronoun, oh, they're theirs. All right, so those are 3 ways to demonstrate possession. So please subscribe to my channel if you're interested in more videos like these. And if you have any suggestions or questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below this video. And for homework, I want you to answer this question. Whose house do you live in? Whose house do you live in? For example, I live in my house. Or I live in my mother's house. Or I live in her house. Or I live in their house. All right? So, well, answer the question in the comments section below this video, along with some other 3 examples using possessive adjectives, possessive form, and possessive pronouns. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was of help. Please subscribe and hit the like button. And if you didn't like it, just go ahead and give it a thumbs down. I also appreciate the feedback. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye!